It's Wednesday, June 10th, and I thought I'd take you through my day's workout today. I'm gonna write it up on the whiteboard so I know what I'm doing for today. All right, we got it all up on the board now. It's gonna start after I get warm with a 5 rep max deadlift. That's pretty cool. I think that I'll be going for 405, 415, maybe for a 5 rep max. It's been a while, been a long while, but I think I can do that. I've got a little bit of a torn up hand from renovating the house this week, so that will be a factor in today's workouts, but that's okay, we're gonna let that go. Then Garage War is a 3-round workout that is kind of like Fight Gone Bad, but it is 1 minute double dumbbell thrusters into 1 minute double dumbbell power cleans into a minute of over and back, which is hopping over and back the dumbbell. Those are super hard. I don't know why, but they're ridiculously hard. So that's gonna kill me. Then double dumbbell push press, then 1 minute of burpees. So that's 5 minutes of work, 1 minute rest, 3 rounds. Finish that up, and then just a little skill work at the end. Every minute on the minute or on the minute times 10. On even minutes, we'll do a 50-foot handstand walk, which means I need to take the mats out into the alley and at least set up 24 feet, 25 feet of mats, so I can go 25 feet out, do a quick pirouette or turn around and go 25 feet back. Then on odd minutes, 7 bench press. So recommended starting point on that is 60 to 70% of a 1 rep max bench. I have no idea what my 1 rep max bench is. It's probably 260 to 275, maybe 280 right now. I haven't tested it because it's tough to have a spotter in a garage. So I'll give that a shot and we'll see how that goes. But yeah, that's the workout for today. It's time to get warm. All right, I start every day with just a little bit of rolling out. Just to kind of get some blood flow into my muscles, loosen some things up that are generally pretty tight. So I'll walk you through what I do here. I start with my calves and my ankles. Starting down by my Achilles, I'm rolling a little bit, forwards and backwards, and then just a lot side to side. And I'm gonna work side to side all the way up my calf, and I'm gonna do that with my toe sort of relaxed. I'm also gonna do it with my leg, with my toe flexed. So I'm gonna be rolling back and forth. I have found that this helps improve my mobility in my ankles by just keeping this all nice and loose. So I'll be working on this for a little bit. And since I'm already on my bottom, I'm gonna go ahead and put this behind my back. I'm gonna cross my arms and I'm gonna work into and underneath my scaps on either side. So, ooh, I always get about a dozen cracks right there as I get going. So I start in the middle just a little bit, but really then what I want to do is I want to turn and start getting into that scapula area. Ooh, that's pretty yucky. And I'll do both sides here. Once I feel like I've got that pretty mashed out, I'm gonna put my arms straight overhead and just do the same thing, working through pretty much the center of my back, up on my shoulders. Next in the routine is to attack these lats. I want to get in here, right into that pinch in my arm, get underneath there, roll that out, get that nice and loose. And again, I'm rolling forwards and backwards. I'm going cutting across the muscle as much as I can, as much as I can tolerate. Both sides. All right, now I'd like to move on to my adductors, which is just on the inside of my thigh. Get those in there, and again, cut across that muscle as much as I can. And as I do that, I kind of get into from the adductor over to some of my hip flexors, just right on the hip. I don't do a ton on my quads. I'll do a little bit every once in a while just to roll that out. I don't think that's a bad idea. but I've had an adductor injury before, so this is just one way to loosen up hip flexors and adductors and all that business. And when I do my quads, I am going to go across that muscle. That's that. Now it's time to just warm up the engine a little bit. Spend about a minute or two here, not getting crazy. Now on to one of my favorite stretches. Love getting in here. Working on my calves on one side, the other side. I'm holding on to a GHD, it's nice and solid. Open up these hips a little bit. And then open up these hamstrings. All right, now we'll just go through my basic leg warm up. We'll do about 10 air squats. And some reverse lunges. All right, some Cossack squats every day. Next, I like to work my way up, kind of get this midsection warmed up a bit with some Russian kettlebell swings. 10 or 15 of these. The reason I like to do those is I'm trying to wake up this caboose and get it active and ready to go for whatever I'm doing today. Next, I'm gonna grab a kettlebell. I'm gonna do 6 to 8 single arm strict presses. And then on my 8th one, I like to do 3 to 5 single arm overhead squats. Again, this is just waking everything up through this midsection. And if I'm doing some barbell work, which I am today, at least the deadlift, I'm gonna go through the barbell warm up. Since I have a barbell out, I'm gonna go through the whole thing. There's 5 good mornings. 5 squats. 5 elbow rotations. I'm not doing any. This is great to help mobility for front squats, pressing overhead, cleans, stuff like that. I won't be doing that with a barbell today, but I have a barbell on my shoulders, so I might as well always work on this mobility. Keep things loose. 5 strict presses. 5 stiff-legged deadlifts. And 5 front squats. It's time to rearrange this garage so I can get ready to start these deadlifts. All right, time to warm up for the deadlift. I'm gonna wear grips for 2 reasons. One, my bar will just tear up my hands. And 2, again, I've got a slice on my hand, so just gonna use grips. Gonna get warm and work our way up to a 5 reps. the deadlifts, a couple things I'm thinking about always. One, keeping the bar as close to my body as possible. Like as close to my shins, knees, legs as possible. Every millimeter counts. So trying to keep it super close to my body, bracing through each rep. So through the bottom on the top, bracing, breathing, holding my breath through the rep, breathing, bracing again through each rep. And then also keeping my hips fairly high. A lot of people make the mistake and do a deadlift like this, trying to keep their chest up. So we let our head be neutral and let our body hinge at the hip. We literally push our butt back, hinging at the hip till the barbell touches the ground, a little leg bend here, and then stand it up by squeezing our butt and our hamstrings. This is a posterior chain movement, not a quad exercise. Anyway, here we go. We've got 365 on there now. Should be totally doable. Gonna throw on the belt. A belt helps to solidify the core so that my tummy, okay, here we go. So that my core, I can push against this belt, like literally pushing with my stomach, and in doing so, it makes this whole core a bit tighter, a little bit more solid. It's like holding my breath, but it's giving me a little extra something to push against to keep all of this super braced. Do you want to know why I keep a wall ball on top of my chalk bucket? It's to keep spiders out. I don't like spiders. We're gonna give 385 a shot. Okay, that's enough of that. 415. This should be it. Hopefully it's the right balance of not too hard, not too easy. Oh man, I feel like I've got more in the tank, but I also struggle trying to decide what's worth going for. That rep 5 was okay. I just don't want to mess anything up, you know? All right, 415. That was kind of my goal, and I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm happy, body feels good, and I'm gonna clean all this up and get ready for the second part of the workout. I changed my mind. I wanna try 430. Let's give it a shot. call them at 4:30, even though on the very last rep as I stood up, the 5 or 2.5 pounds fell off that side. Still gonna call it. Shoot, that felt good. I literally cannot get more weight on the bar. Yeah, it's all good. Done. All right, well, this next workout has dumbbell thrusters, dumbbell power cleans, out and back, dumbbell push press, and burpees. So I'm gonna warm those up. Oh man, this is gonna be tough. I feel like I should try to strategize on this one. I'm thinking 12 to 15 thrusters, somewhere around that on cleans, maybe 20 to 25 hops, 12 to 15 push press, 12 to 15. It feels like that's the right number, 12 to 15. I think it's gonna be really hard to maintain that. And this is 3 rounds, 1 minute rest. That 1 minute rest really isn't rest. And what I don't wanna do is I don't wanna get 20 movements per round on the first time through and then absolutely die on round 2 and round 3. So as a workout I've never done, I'm going to go for that 12 to 15 number, maybe on each rep, and see how it feels. As I get into it, I may completely change my mind, but that's what it feels like right now.
On the real, we appear to get gone. Victory is ours, bring the chip home. Galactic, and I'm looking to get more. Raise it up, seen what you don't know. Running like the blood, pumping from the pressure of adrenaline rush. We crush whatever we touch. Where you been, y'all? Everyone know. And if you still don't get it, let it chill for a minute. Time is money, and trust me, man, I'm on business. And if you want something done, do yourself to get it finished. Wake up, victory's mine. On top, still on the grind. Gotta go get it right now. Holla at me if you're with me. It's time. Take over God, we gon' make it. Show the world that I shine in our greatness. Keep it real, never gon' fake this. Till we make it, till we make it. Taking off, flying high like a spaceship. Take control, take a shot, what you waiting for? Keep it real, never gon' fake this. Till we make it, till we make it. Second verse, I'm telling you I'm ready to go, letting you know, cause I'm never alone. The ones that I roll with are incredibly known for getting down to the nitty gritty. If you're really with me, let's go. Moves made, dues paid, most talk but don't do a thing. We certified, observers I come through and give a true display. We champions, understand me standing under a victory canopy. Canopy the enemy was hitting keys, ready to drive at top speed, let's get it out. Wake up, victory's mine, on top, still on the grind. Gotta go get it right now, holla at me if you're with me, it's time. Take over God, we gon' make it. Show the world that I shine in our greatness. Keep it real, never gon' fake this. Till we make it, till we make it. Taking off, flying high like a spaceship. Take control, take a shot, what you waiting for? Keep it real, never gon' fake this. Till we make it, till we make it. I thank the stars above. I know that we're gon' make it. I know the ground.
15, 18. 25, 21, 15. 1 round done.
Take over God, we gon' make it. Show the world that I shine in our greatness. Keep it real, never gon' fake this. Till we make it, till we make it. Taking off, flying high like a spaceship. Take control, take a shot, what you waiting for? Keep it real, never gon' fake this. Till we make it, till we make it. It'll take over God, we gon' make it.
Round 2, same score with 1 extra thruster.
Stepping like a weapon on the field to get some. On the real, until we appear to get gone. Victory is ours, bring the chip home. Galactic, and I'm looking to get more. Raise it up, seen what you don't know. Running like the blood, pumping from the pressure of adrenaline rush. We crush whatever we touch. Where you been, yo? Everyone know. And if you still don't get it, let it chill for a minute. Time is money, and trust me, man, I'm on business. And if you want something done, do yourself to get it finished. Wake up, victory's mine. On top, still on the grind. Gotta go get it right now. Holla at me if you're with me.
I tied my first round on that one, so that's good. I'm happy. Consistency. Last round was rough. Round 1 I set an expectation, held it on round 2, and then had to push all out to make it stay for round 3. That's a good workout. Really good. Ooh. Gotta set all this up. Handstands, bench press. Here we go. Okay, not that many cars come by any day. All right, last part of today's workout. I've got 25 feet of matting there, so 50-foot handstand walk down and back during minute 1. Minute 2, 7 bench press. Minute 3, handstand walk. Minute 4, 7 bench press. Total of 10 minutes or 5 rounds through that. On the bench, I've just got 155 on there for now, and I will probably increase it as we go along. But yeah, we'll see how this goes. Wearing grips again, just to protect my hands on that mat, because it gets pretty hot out here, and that cut on my hand just really stinks. But here we go. So on that last handstand walk, a contact fell out of my eye. Found it, put it back in. Time for my last set right here. All right, that's another day of training done. Here's a good one. So today is Wednesday. That means tomorrow's a rest day, which is great. I love, in my mind, having a rest day coming the next day. I can give, everything I got today because I know a recovery day is tomorrow, and I'll go for a bike ride or do something that's nothing like this. I loved today's workout. Doing something heavy to start out with, like a heavy deadlift, and then going into something that was absolutely awful. That minute of dumbbell work, thrusters, cleans, hops, push press, and then burpees. That was really tough, and I knew it was gonna be tough. You could probably tell in the video that I was dreading starting. And then once I got into it, round 1 wasn't terrible, round 2 was hard, and round 3 was awful, and that's exactly how I thought it would go. But I don't mind awful, I don't mind it. Especially when it's over, obviously. All the endorphins are kicked in, my body feels good, I feel accomplished for the day. I've gotten some solid work done. Hitting a heavy deadlift like that, it's a PR for my 5 rep max. I don't think I've ever lifted 430 for 5 times. And I feel pretty good about the dumbbell workout. That's as good as I can do on that. I think I could eke out a handful more reps, you know, maybe 2 or 3, maybe 5 reps per round if it was a serious competition and I needed to redo that workout, but it would hurt. It certainly hurt. The handstand walking and bench press, it turned out to be pretty fun. The handstand mats got really hot. They get hot so fast. It's not even that hot of a day here in Colorado. It's about 80 degrees. But those black mats turned to fire immediately, so my fingertips felt it. Thankfully, I had grips on to protect my hands, and this cut underneath this, it's just sore. So I was trying to climb my fence because I locked myself out of the gate, climbed my fence and rubbed my hand across a nail the other day, and that's what's going on with my hand. I felt good about that bench press as well. Bench pressing in the sun, is there anything better than that? I started at 155, and that first set, I didn't warm up. I just did an empty bar, and I was like, all right, 155, I'll just start there. First set felt janky. All the sinewy muscles and bones felt not crunchy, but nothing felt good on that first set. And then the second set, everything felt great. That's why we do warm-up sets. I just wanted to get going. So I started at 155, ended at 190. All the sets felt good. In the middle of between set 1 and set 2, I realized that the rack was just a little bit too high, so changing the height on the rack right in the middle of a workout got a little weird. And then, of course, on the last round, blinking out I thought I blinked it out on my first 25. I was just looking, making sure it was still in my eye. I could still see, and as I came back, I felt it blink out. And that's just exertion and kind of watching my fingers over my eyebrows. Sometimes I'll blink out of contact. It happens, I don't know, every 4 or 5 workouts that have handstand walks. Just pop a contact out, put it in my mouth, go rinse it off, put it back in, and finish the workout. So that is a typical workout day for me. I hope getting an idea of what this looks like, how I approach workouts, taking it seriously, at the same time, like almost dying trying to raise a bench press in the middle of a workout or losing a contact. Like nothing is perfect. And although, you know, I post a lot on social media that this garage gym is great, all this stuff is great, you know, sometimes it's great, sometimes it's kind of a little bit of a shit show, and sometimes it's great to be alone, sometimes it's super lonely in here. This is just part of my world. I love it. I love working out. I love feeling good, and I love being done. So today is done. It's time for me to go eat some food. Got a brand new grill from Craigslist on the patio. I'm gonna go grill up some chicken, eat some chicken, and get back to work for the day. All right, see you next time.